Hello, beautiful souls. Today's video is about abandonment and love addiction. Now, this is a huge subject. It's something that I know a lot about from experience, but also coaching so many people that don't even really know that they're acting out from unresolved abandonment issues. The first thing I want to say about this is whether you were abandoned or not is actually not the issue. What's really important is that you perceived that you were. So I have so many people tell me, when I pinpoint, oh, that's an abandonment issue, someone will say to me, and I hear this a lot, but I have the perfect family. I was never abandoned. No one ever rejected me. Nothing ever bad happened. And I say, that's okay. You can have a perfect family, which I don't even know what that is because I've never seen one. But in your opinion, you can have a perfect family and still experience a perception of being abandoned or rejected, whether it's a look that you received from your mom or dad, or it could be something way more hardcore that they just rejected something about you completely or didn't allow you to have the emotions that you were having or told you that what you felt wasn't accurate. These are all examples, but some of the lesser examples are also if your mom had a baby after you and then you got far less attention, that could also be a disconnect of connection, a pseudo abandonment, which in your perception as a young kid equals abandonment. So that's how we store these experiences in our body. And what happens when we have this perceived rejection or abandonment is a lot of us tend to fall into what I would call love addiction. So what happens is you felt this rejection, which makes you feel like I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me. There's a disconnect of connection that you once had, whether it be emotional, physical, spiritual, all the above. And so what we do is we, in a way, recreate this, but we also become this. And so this is what it can look like at times. When you experience abandonment, you tend to fall into relationships where you have this person that you think is perfect. You have this person that you think is worthy or good enough to heal your wound. And so you're looking for what you think is enough or perfect or amazing so that you can finally be saved from this internal unresolved wound of not enoughness. And so you have this person that you think is amazing, and what happens over time is they end up not being able to heal your wound because, newsflash, nobody can heal this except for you. It's actually designed that way, and I'll tell you why in a second. But they end up not being able to heal this wound that you have. And so what do? You reject them. You're not good enough. You're not healing this for me. I'm still feeling this. So then you project that it's probably because of them. There's all types of things that happen. So you get rid of that person and it continues. You're addicted to this almost perfection of love. But then this other thing that can happen is you get in a relationship with someone who may do this to you again, may recreate the same exact original rejection, original abandonment, for the same experience, for the same reason that you can end up literally dealing with yourself differently and not rejecting yourself anymore. So this person could look controlling. This person could look critical. This person could look abandoning and selfish. You will do this on purpose, unconsciously, so that you can heal this original wound. And what this wound really is, as you get older, recreating it, the reason you keep feeling abandonment come up in you is because you've never said, I choose you anyway. You've never said, if these people are abandoning me or I'm perceiving that I'm being rejected again, I'm going to love myself, own myself, and not reject myself or abandon myself with them. I'm not going to agree with that anymore. And what happens is so often when we're younger, we don't know that it's a choice. We just think someone abandoned me, it means this about me, and then we perceive it happening a lot, even though it may not be because of that initial fear of maybe it will. So we have this self-preservation. So when we're trying to preserve ourselves, what we do is we reject anything that seems like it might reject us. So if someone does something to you and you think, or it looks like someone's doing something and you think that that's going to reject you, you'll reject them first. And so a lot of us take ourselves out of many amazing experiences in our lives because we're afraid of rejection. the way that I healed my massive issue of rejection and pseudo love addiction was by literally learning to love myself, become my own acceptor, become self-approved. And this takes a long time, but it doesn't take a long time to get started. You can start today. I've designed this program called Soul Lab, which is really feeling it to heal it, is coming back to the true self, is reclaiming everything you think you've left behind, is giving yourself everything you think you need from someone else. And it's really what I like to teach people, is what I had to learn, is that you really need to feel these sort of disassociated feelings. Feel this fear, feel the abandonment, and don't buy into it like, yeah, you deserve to be abandoned, but feel into it like, wow, there's an inner part of me that's hurting. That's why I keep creating it. Instead of saying that inner part of me that's hurting is the truth, say this inner part of me that's hurting has perceived something really painful and gone through something perhaps really painful, but you don't have to go through it anymore if you're with yourself this time. You're not abandoning this feeling that you have and running in other directions to try to not feel that feeling. But you're allowing yourself to feel these feelings, and all you have to do is be there with it, and you will see it can be really hard. I mean, I just had to go through one layer of this recently, but you can go through it, and at the end of those feelings, just being acknowledged and heard and understood, of seeing where it first started and maybe how you continued it and why you continued it, and forgiving yourself for that, then you can say, I'm not afraid. I want to feel this to heal this. You'll allow yourself however long it takes to just feel whatever it wants to feel. And you'll see the next day, you're going to feel amazing. It's going to be like an emotional cleansing. All your emotions want to do is to be acknowledged. They want to be accepted. Everything you feel like you're not. They want to be acknowledged. They want to be accepted. And they want to be okay. And they want to know that if anything else happens, anyone rejects you, that you won't reject you. And that's how we reclaim our true self, is we really feel it to heal it and realize that it was all probably a misinterpretation anyway. And if it wasn't, if someone did abandon you and someone did reject you, it was never about you anyway. It was about them. Because we don't hurt people unless we're hurting. So really, feel it to heal it. Stop abandoning yourself. And stop looking for love outside of yourself. It's within yourself. So I hope that little daily dose was helpful for you guys. If you have any comments, ask below. And also I'll put a link to Soul Lab if you want it. It's one-on-one, but it's a 6-week program that really jumpstarts this process for you. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.